What's up, deckheads? Welcome back to MTG with me. We're going to jump right back into some standard. Currently at Platinum 3. Got the Boros deck. Couple things I might be switching out. Might take out one adversary, one base breaker to put in 2 silences. I think those would go well. But there's a lot less space I have to work with as I'm climbing the ladder. Pretty much by the time you get back into Diamond, you've got a very basic turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 kind of plan in what you're trying to do. This looks like it could be a keep, but I've got no early game. So if I'm playing against red deck wins, I'm going to lose that. So mulligan, this is much better. I'm going to keep this. I could either lose the Gobakhan or the adversary. I'm going to lose the Gobakhan because that's a great early game, but there's a lot of red deck aggro going on here. So alright, turn 2 Virtuoso looking good. Now if I can top deck Angel Fire, that would be ideal. Ooh, they flipped the Delver. Turn 1. +1/+1 counter on target creature and it phases out. I don't see them doing that to my Virtuoso because that would help me, but they could. It all depends. Okay, good land here. Now, phasing out is going to keep everything that's equipped to it. Anything enchanted to it stays enchanted to it and counter. Swing for 2. But then it comes back to the field. So a lot of people use that a little bit differently. So you just got to be aware of that distinction between the two. I want to play Paragon, but I have a feeling that'll be countered. Mono blue is full of counters. I'm not seeing... Okay. We'll bump it up. But something's going to happen here. I think they're going to get rid of Virtuoso or phase it out or something. Does that let me... No, it doesn't combine. Only one eye or connive. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only when I target it. Yeah. 3/2 flyer. Oh, they're holding back. Ooh, okay. Counter. There's 3 open mana. That's probably going to get countered. No counter. Interesting. I want to use it, but my opponent's most assuredly going to counter. Might as well try. Draw a card and then discard 1 if it's a non-land. I put a +1/+1 on it. Counter unless I pay 2. Okay, yeah. But I still get to do the connive? It's connive. Okay. I'm going to discard the land because Sarah is basically my mid to late game strategy. I'll play her and get back anything that I've lost up till then. So I'm going to swing for that 4/2. Now that phasing out of adversary, I think would get rid of that counter that it has. Tied up at 18. Jin, yep. Okay. 1 open mana. Now that's interesting. I am going to cast this first to see what I draw. It immediately triggered, so I think that maybe my opponent doesn't have anything. If that's the case, this is a good swing for us. Oh, here it comes. This is going to be that phase out happens. Either way, my opponent's using their cards in hand. Counterless, it pays 2. Oh, I should have put the land down, but it probably wouldn't have changed much. Alright, I'll get rid of the mountain. Play this. No attacks. Next turn, I'm going to have to play Paragon and pull something. Okay, 3 cards in hand. Okay. I'm not too worried about that because I do have a lot of life gain in the deck, so I can take a good amount of hits here. Are they both? Alright, one's a 3-drop, one is a 6-drop, which is nuts. Elspeth, does it resolve? Does not resolve. Oof. Spell Pierce, such a strong counter. That's not looking good for me. No attacks. Blue's starting to run out of gas here. Phasing it out now? Is it until the end of my next turn? Okay. So that's going to be... That's it. Damage. Good game. Yeah, interesting play there with the phase out. Oof. You do not see that in Diamond. You just don't see that deck because it doesn't make it that far. There's a lot of removal stuff in Diamond. So I'm not going to adjust for a deck like that. I just know that that kind of a strategy isn't going to work. So there's no point in going that route. Let's see. Oh, we're doing all right. Not a keep. That's a keep. I'll pitch the... Since I can't play it turn 1, I'll pitch Hopeful. Okay. Looking, or hopefully gonna get the Angel Fire would be great. Mono green deck really can't handle that. Got 2. I got double strike, so I will swing in for a quick 2. Turn 3. Lone Speaker, okay. Adds for 1 mana of any color, can turn a land into a 3/3. Not what I wanted to see. I'm gonna go ahead and beef this up 1 just in case. I could swing with both, but it's not really helping me, so I'll just wait. That 1/3 is kind of stopping me from doing that. Green loves to ramp, so what I should do is wait for them to fill the board state up, and then use my board wipe. Here's one. This one allows them to pay green mana with 2 life instead of actually tapping a source for it. So I think that that's what they're going to do. Next turn, they've got 4 open. When a creature enters, he can get another counter. So I'm expecting a lot coming into the battlefield. Now, I do have Sarah Paragon on the deck, so I can kind of count on that coming out. So I'm going to pass. Just see what my opponent does instead of playing anything that I'm just going to get rid of anyway. I do want to be on the lookout for 1 open mana from my opponent, because if I see that, that's an indication that they have that 1-drop indestructible +X/+X. It's X in Forest. It gives indestructible plus however much you tap. So they could save 1 thing, which they would probably save the Defiler, but Gala Greeters is doing the most work, it looks like, at this point. Okay, they're tapped out. That's perfect for me. Because that's only when they cast a green permanent spell. So we're good there. Choose one that hasn't been chosen. I'm pretty sure they already did the treasure token. So what? They'll gain 2 life, make it 20/20. No, land on the battlefield. Let's see. They put a +1/+1 counter. Gotcha. I will chop the 4. Oh, chose nothing. Why? I mean, I could double block the 4/4, but that doesn't make any sense. You should at least swing with the 8/8. Alright, so I want to make sure I squeeze out any mana I can. They've got a good amount of 3 drops, so I'll add one more. And we'll go for the board wipe. A lot of value in that. There's some graveyard retrieval type stuff, but usually that's green-black. So I'm not sure what my opponent's going to do right here. A little bit more even, I'd say. If I get one more mana, though, I'll be 1 to play the next turn Elspeth, and that should help me a lot. 4 1/1s that add mana. Oof. This is tough. I guess I'll play Sarah Paragon so that next turn I can play Professional Facebreaker, fly over, and get that 5th mana to really progress that. Because I really need some more control here. This is not good for me. They're already at 6 mana. At 7, that thing can start stomping. Oh, never mind. The Dryads count as land. It can start doing it now. Interesting. Alright, opponent went all in, filling up the board. That's interesting. So then my best play is to play defense as much as possible because I drew that land. And hopefully deal out enough damage to kind of even out the board state. 12 mana open for my opponent. That's a lot of mana. Ooh, and this will make XX creature equal to the lands you control.
What will happen?
Oh, all of them get it. Oh no, that's game. Good game. Is it? Oh, and they all get trample? Until end of turn, creatures you control get +1/+1 for each forest and gain trample. That's pretty cool. Yo, good game on that. No blocks. Sarah doesn't need to die for that. Oh, that's crucial. Oof. Good job on that. So, in terms of waiting for the board wipe, I think we waited as long as we could have. But, definitely some more board control would be ideal. Alright, we got some time. We'll jump back in. Oh. Yeah, I guess I'll keep this pitch. I got no turn 1, so I'll pitch that. Come on, mouse. What are you doing to me? I guess I'll get rid of one of the 2 drops. Interesting choice for my opponent to keep a hand with that many lands in it. There are some combat tricks my opponent has. So they got Forest, Mountain Forest Plains. Looking like a Naya deck for sure. Interesting. They're doing a lot with a lot of land. Turn 4. I'll throw Elish out there. No attacks, because I know that 1/1 can get me with that 1 drop they have in their hand. I basically can do 7 damage with that right now. Not gonna block. No blocks. Swing for 7. Swinging for 7. Swinging for 10. Good move. They'll probably tap the 1 just to stop the damage. Okay, cool. Nothing in my graveyard, so Sarah is good, but not amazing. What I will do is give lifelink to Elish Norn. That way I have the most lifelink output right now. Split attacks. That way I can keep my board state. If there's any kind of removal, any kind of weird combat trick or something, I can still keep that going, and they're going to get bigger right about now. Perfect example, a perfect reason why I did that. Here we go. This card is amazing. It helps you both offensively and defensively. Just a great card. Invasion of Gobakhan. Amazing. Let's see. Can only do Facebreaker or Angel Fire, so I'll do Facebreaker. Opponent's got 5 that they can do, so yeah, nothing really that they were going to be able to do. I was going to be able to stretch that out pretty far. That was a very quick game, so I'll play another one. Cool. Well, small. Yeah, that's not good. This is all right. What I want to do is pitch deep pop so I can have a good strong opening, a 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. But I've only got 4 board wipes, so I'm gonna get rid of Gobakhan. As much as I like that card. Why is it asking me to click main? That's weird. Alright, turn 2, swinging in for 1. Nothing turn 2 for my opponent. Alright, so I don't like doing this, but I will do Angel Fire on Hopeful just to try to get rid of some enchantments for next turn. But if they do play anything, they're probably going to remove this one, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, lay down. Oh, Destroy Evil. But they misplayed because they didn't see the indestructible. Whoops. That's cool. Lucked out there. They probably have another one. Ooh, never mind. White black. That's no good. Well, that was a very, very quick game. Do I have time for another one? Yeah, I'll play another one. All right. Come on, good opening hand. I really think adding in the silence there would be just so trolly. Because Gobakan, you see the hand, and then it says once they play the card that you've exiled with silence, or like pick a card with silence, that those cards cost 2 more. So if I Gobakan and I see they've got multiple of the same card in their hand, of course I'm going to target that. Then their whole hand is more expensive. That's like a good 2 or 3 turns of do whatever. I'm going to keep the 7 and just hope I draw a 3rd land. That's really the move. I don't know if I'm going to get like another Sundown or anything like that, so I'll play that first because I don't have a 1-drop. Just to make sure I get that. Nice. We got another land. We're okay there. We're playing a Selesnya deck, so there's a chance that they're going to exile. We don't know. They chose not to. Awesome. We got a Siege Veteran. Puts a +1/+1 counter on a creature each turn. That's fine. We are going to just run in there. I'm going to get rid of... Since it's Selesnya, they're very heavy on the board state. I'm going to get rid of Gobakan. Keep the creatures and just swing on in there. 16-point swing right there. We draw a land, even better. My opponent's taking some time. Usually when that happens, like, if somebody's going to remove something, they'll do it, like, right away, generally speaking. Now, this little number over here is going to double the +1/+1 counters that are added, which really makes me want to jump back into making this, like, a Naya deck, just to throw that in there, but... And it does have cycling, which is a strong plus. I am going to play a 2-drop. And I do want to get rid of Elspeth. So I'm just going to... Just because I think I can get rid of that. Block, okay. First strike, they don't gain any life. Awesome. 5. Return all non-land permanent cards 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So not mine, so I don't need to worry about that. Okay. Not getting the land we need, but... Oh, nice. She's going to try to exile Virtuoso, because that's the play.
I've learned much during my travels.
You thought... I will get rid of Adversary. Thank you. Keep the land for the draw. Alright, so I gotta get through 9 defense. I mean, I can do that. 7-14. It's not gonna get rid of Elspeth, but it could do a lot. Might even be more than that. Yeah, I'll get rid of Facebreaker because I can play Facebreaker later with Sarah. So with the 16, I'm gonna try to get rid of Elspeth. Nice, sweet. Gained 8. Pass. Let's see what the opponent does here. Anything else to the board state? Botanical Brawler, good choice. Especially with that setup there. Put a +1/+1, which would be 2 +1/+1s and first strike. I would throw it on Brawler. He's got trample. That's what you want. You want to throw all those counters on Brawler at this point. There should be no thinking about this at this point. Wow. And my opponent didn't swing. Waste of a turn. Like, you can't. You just can't. As bad as I want to keep the board state for the Illuminator Virtuoso, he's done his job. I'm looking at an enchantment that... Let's see, put a +1/+1 as the next turn, so there'll be 2. That's running away from me. There's not much I can do with that. So, I guess what I'll try to do is psych out my opponent and see if they're going to try to protect the Wandering, whatever, Emperor. I'm going to hover my mouse over my lands to try to see if they bite. Ah, they bit. Okay, that's fine. So they're going to gain 7. Not ideal. But if I had gotten rid of the Wanderer, that would have been ideal. So now I'm just going to burn him. Pass turn. I think that's better than keeping that board state, so.
May your blade strike true.
Okay, looks like they're building up again. Almost at 5 mana, so I mean, I could depop again right now. I got a good amount of graveyard presence here. This is tough. I think I play Sarah just in case I can swing over and get rid of the Emperor. And then the next turn, when that creature comes out, I can really get rid of the board. 2-drop, 4-drop, 3-drop, 2-drop. So I also want to use Blast Zone to get rid of that enchantment. So I'll need Blast Zone to go up 1. Don't tell me you got an enchantment now. Okay, I'm going to take 8, 9, 10. I'm going to take 10. Puts me down to 16. I'm going to have to board wipe now.
Show them how
That is not fun.
our enemies.
Ooh, never mind. Take more than that. Take 14. Yep, that's gonna have to be a board wipe. Come on, land. Where you at?
Guards, to me.
Got another board wipe. That's kind of cool, I guess. Opponent can't make another token, so I may have to take 6, 8 damage. Oof. Ooh, it can't block though, so that's a plus.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Bad move for my opponent. Take 4. Another creature? Nope. So, I mean, I could do this. I could swing into my opponent, get another treasure token, make it indestructible, and board wipe, which is cool because it would let me scry. I do want to get rid of Emperor as soon as possible. So, if I do that, I don't get rid of the Emperor. I think the move is to get rid of that and then the board state, so that's the plan. Sweet, Emperor's gone. Unless there's some combat trick going on.
Still have much to learn.
Let's see. There could be some Indestructible, nope, nothing. Okay. Opponent's got no board state. 2 cards in hand. A 1/1 vigilance. That'll be a 3/3 vigilance. And passes turn. Okay, we got something to do. I'll start with Facebreaker to get mana next turn. If I need to, I'll use that extra one after the swing, assuming my opponent only has 1 creature on the battlefield, to get Elspeth out and then build up that way. Ooh, Siege Veteran. That's going to be a very strong escort. I think I will have to use the Lauren's Escape block kind of thing going on here. Fifth mana, I mean, I'll take it. That's like the most mana I need, so I don't want to skip over that. Let me just see what's in my opponent's hand. Alright, now I kind of want to use Angel Fire, but at the same time, I'm just going to use Facebreaker to block next turn. We'll put a +1/+1 counter. And I could hide that, and then do that like last minute of my opponent's next turn. But I'm pretty set on getting rid of that Spire thing, because that has just been destroying me. Oof, here it comes again. Could be a 9/9 vigilance. Very reserved attack from my opponent. So much that I could even just play Elspeth, give lifelink 3 over the top, 7, 8. That's 14 plus 4 more. That's 18. That would be enough to swing in, and then I gotta build a board state immediately. That's tough. That's assuming my opponent doesn't draw anything. I'm gonna take the hit just because. I don't know. Okay, interesting. So I could make Facebreaker a lifelink, use him to defend next turn. That doesn't help necessarily. And if I get rid of Blast Zone, I can't play Elspeth, so I gotta keep that in mind. Because the Spire is what's doing the most damage here. If I play Elspeth and dig for Adversary, that could help, but it's only temporary. Let me think. 4 or 5 needs 2 blockers. He would just use Siege Veteran and Escort to block. It's gonna have to be Elspeth. And I'm gonna go ahead and just try to do damage control here. Alright, so the next 2 turns were Sarah anyway, so that would not have helped us. Blast Zone is good because it enters as a 1. If I block the 7, take 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, that's still bad. I need a creature. So I'll put Virtuoso out there. If I had 1 more life over that, I would have kept it, but can't do it. Now, if I can keep Virtuoso alive, I might be able to swing some damage back into my favor here. My opponent is just whiffing with the +1/+1 counters. Like, their whole thing is board state. They could have beaten me outright already from putting counters on the correct things, but they're just not doing that. They're just like, if I feel some over there, let me just put some over there. Doesn't make sense. Alright. I can't take both. The shield will help me block 1. I gotta do it like that. Come on, board wipe. No. Alright, with the 2-drop, I can get rid of all 3 of those. That's no problem. Still have 1 mana left over. That's okay. If I give him flying with Elspeth and do Angel Fire and have Lauren's Escape on the next turn, I might be able to remove something, gain a maximum amount of life. Oh, that's so risky. That's so risky.
Be brave.
Flying. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Probably gonna have to pitch Facebreaker here. What do we draw? What do we draw? What do we draw? Land. But I need damage. I need damage output like crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did not play a land. So I could play the land in Facebreaker, knowing that I'm gonna get... Oh. I got time to think about this. I could play the land, play Facebreaker, that's another blocker. It's 2 more life. Is 2 more life gained better than a block of a 6/6 or a 7/7? No. Alright, so. Oh, but I gotta get rid of Lauren's Escape then. That is tough. That is really tough. I'm not going to do enough damage to take him out, but... Alright, getting rid of Lauren's Escape. Play defense. Facebreaker. I'll attack. I'll get 2 treasure tokens. I don't know if we can win this one. This is a tough one. But it's so close because if I can just stop the damage coming across, I win that outright because Illuminator is flying. Let's see what my opponent does. I mean, like, at this point, what am I gonna do? Land for turn. Here comes the +2 and +2. That's 4 damage total. Should be spreading it to the weakest one. So it should be Legion and Escort. That's what my opponent should do. The lighter Escort one. Puts 2 +1/+1 counters on. Does that let you draw a card too? Does not. Bad move. Opponent should not have done that. That's going to be my obvious block, and I saved more life from that. I don't think I have enough to get out of that. 9, 18, 28, 26. No. There's no way. But I'm like a hair from winning that. Okay. There you go. Yep. That's it. Good game. Alright, so chops. Ooh, cancel. I guess because alright, so chops, if I chop their first strike, alright, so I have to take 9. Next highest one is 7. That's 17 plus 5, just barely out of it. I have no life gain for 1 or 2. So I will go ahead and assign blocks. The highest ones, that one's trample, so that one's not going to help me, are going to be the 9-9 and the 2-7. So I'll declare blocks. Then I'm going to go ahead and do face breakers. Charge a token for 1 just to see if I could get that indestructible for Lauren's escape. Couldn't get it. Let's see what we got for the next one. Just to see what it was. Not there. Okay, so that'll do it. Good game. Sacked it. Interesting. That was close, though. That was really close. We got one land a little bit earlier and had Elspeth out there. That game would have been ours. Alright. That is going to do it for this video. As always, watch these games, get those gains, and walk those planes. Until next time, deckheads, keep it easy.